Hi, I'm Cherise Rodwick and I'm back again to introduce you to Glenn Bolton, who is the Managing Director of Trias Technology. And Glenn has just launched a unique new global communication system called SmartFone.
Thanks, Cherise. Thanks for the opportunity to tell you about how you can make money with SmartFone, not only save money. Let me go back a little bit. When I was first introduced to telecommunications, calls to the United States were like, from Australia, were like $1.28 a minute. Like, we think of that as now rather obscene because now our rate is under 2 cents a minute for a call to the United States. Using SmartFone, and if somebody's on the other end using SmartFone as well, then the call's free. Now, people have always complained about $1.28, then they complained about 45 cents, and then they complained about 28 cents, and then they complained about 15 and 9 and 6 cents, and they're still complaining about 2 cents. Now, it's just rather bizarre. We just thought, wouldn't it be nice to just eliminate the call cost altogether, which we have now, if the person at the other end's on SmartFone or another voice over IP type technology. Then I thought, why don't we keep that equation going? You know, let's take it through zero and say, well, what if you could phone people and actually make money? Well, we've actually developed a program that does exactly that. Well, it's sort of effectively that. Okay. It's not by making phone calls you make money. What we've offered here is a program, it's an affiliate program, whereby every one of our customers and clients can actually earn money by recommending us to their friends and family and maybe other businesses. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you have to turn it into a business. But some people want to turn it into a business because they realise there's something like 3 billion people on the planet that currently make telephone calls now. By the way, there's 3.5 billion that have never made a phone call yet that probably would like to. Wow. But we'll get to those in time. But there's a market of about 3 billion people on the planet that would like to eliminate their call costs. So getting smartphones free calling to them is actually a great opportunity. So we say, even if you earned $1 per month from every customer that you ever bought and got 3 billion of them, you'd earn $3 billion a month, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
now that's
theoretically,
totally and utterly insane.
Yes.
We don't personally expect to get 3 billion customers. No. We might get a fair chunk of that market, and we hope to get in the many millions. And there are companies that are in voice over IP that have multiple tens of millions of subscribers already. So that is not a big ask when it's already being done. So we expect to be able to do that. But we say, rather than us being a 20 million or a $20 billion telco, like a big telephone company, we're going to say, we're only a small company, but we intend to get big by allowing you to find our customers for us.
Okay.
So there is a small fee every month for every person registered on our service, and we're going to share back as much as 75% of that back to our customers, because most people aren't aware that the major cost of deploying a telephone company is marketing. It's not actually maintaining the platform. It's actually in marketing, getting the word to them. How many times have you heard of people moving from one company to another? And how many times have you been telemarketed by someone that says, we can lower your rates? Well, I constantly get telemarketers saying they can lower my rates. And I say, not possible, you just lied to me because my rates are free. And they go, so tell me more. And I tell them more, and I say, I'm looking for good people to help me get our program out. So what we've developed is an affiliate program. An affiliate program doesn't mean to say you're a distributor. You don't buy our phone calls and resell them. You just connect people to our program. And how do you do that? You call them, maybe, or you email them, people that you currently know. You can even talk to people you don't know. That's okay. But let's say you talk to people you currently know and say, I'm using SmartFone. I think it's great. If you're on it, we talk for free.
That's pretty simple. That's pretty straightforward.
I suggest you go to my website. The company has given me an image of their website with my name and number in it. So if you join, I get a thank you. But I get a thank you for the life of your account and for the life of my account.
Okay.
Every month the company's going to pay me. So, and once you've joined, you can do the same if you wish. There is no obligation to do so. There are plenty of people that just say, I just want the service. But we've said, we'll allow you to help us market it, because the best customers are those that are referred by somebody who like it.
So basically what you're saying is, instead of spending money on conventional marketing the way that other people do by adverts on TV and newspaper and radio and all those sorts of things, you're using people to market your product.
Exactly.
And you're paying the people as you would basically be paying a television station or a radio station, and it works out more economical for you, and the people themselves are happier.
Exactly. And we only pay after we acquire the customer.
Okay.
So it means we don't put up a big TV or radio or print campaign and then hope the customers turn up. We only pay out our marketing after we acquire the customers, and we pay it every month. Month after month we send it by electronic transfer. We give you money back at the end of the month. Now, you can go and spend that on anything you wish, or you can put it back into your telephone account if you wish. Now, not only do we pay it for you, the recommendations that you make. Let's say you introduce, let's say 4 friends. 4 friends. Just, we'll work on really small numbers. 4 friends. If the first month you just say, you talk to maybe 10 friends and 4 of them decide to join, and they're happy, those 4 might introduce 4 each the next month. Well, you have 4 that you've introduced and 16 you haven't. So that's 20 people. Now, but you've only spoken to 4. Those other 16 came because the other 4 talked to their friends.
Talk to them, yes.
And we give you that totally and utterly for free. So if you introduce 10 who introduced 10, there'd be 110 people. And
so
you
we'd
earn,
actually be getting money on 110 people?
Yes.
Oh,
you would be earning not only on the 10 you introduced, but on the other 100 that you didn't introduce.
Wow.
Now, that's how our system works. But wait, there's more.
Steak knives?
No steak knives for this one. You can, if you make enough money, you can go make your own steak knives. We say, well, you